What would you do if AI went rogue and started publishing misinformation about you? Well, this is exactly what happened to a band called Dutch Interior when they discovered that Meta AI had published misinformation about them. I'll let one of the band members tell you they can explain it a little bit better than I can.
Meta AI invented a fake controversy about our band it on our Instagram to thousands of people. We're a band called Dutch Interior, and we recently posted a reel about a sound guy crashing out on us during sound check. For some reason, Meta AI added a suggested search to the top of the comment section called Dutch Interior Controversy. When we noticed the link, we clicked on it, only to find that AI had invented a story about us being from the Netherlands, we're not, and how our name has ties to white supremacy. It's actually based on a series of paintings. The AI then went on to claim that our music was removed from streaming platforms because of this controversy. Again, none of this is true. We just want to know how this can be allowed. Our video got tens of thousands of views, which means thousands of people who have never heard of us could have been exposed to this misinformation. Now we're even hesitant about posting this. Who knows what the AI will make up in the comments of this video.
Now, they found this because they were looking at the comments of the video that they posted and noticed that link above. Now, I will tell you before we go on in the story, I checked today before I started creating this vlog, and that link is gone from that particular video on their Instagram account. So it's been rectified. However, the fact that Meta did it without notifying them, and had complete misinformation about the band that could be very potentially damaging to that band or their reputation seems extremely frightening to me. And for AI, we call anomalies like this as AI hallucinations. But I think that term almost glosses over the fact of what happened here. This wasn't just a hallucination. This AI made up misinformation about this band and posted it publicly that could be very damaging. And this is one of those things that, with more and more people using AI, we're seeing happen more and more. I think another example of this, of kind of the AI going rogue, is Grok, which is the AI that Elon Musk developed and his team. It has access to post on Twitter. Recently, it's gone on a complete anti-Semitic rant on Twitter all by itself. And now I don't have any answers for you or for me or for anyone on exactly how we can combat this, other than kind of the same thing that I've said before. You can't trust what AI is producing right now, not all the time. It is a great tool. It does some fantastic work, but you still have to verify the information that you're getting from AI, especially if you're doing a research paper or putting together some kind of professional presentation. You have to verify the information that AI is providing to you because it does make mistakes. Now, what I find interesting about some of this stuff is that the large language models that we have today are all based on training that was provided to them, and so their output is based on that training. Which makes me wonder, in a case like Grok, where it's being very anti-Semitic at the moment on Twitter, is that what it was trained on, or has somehow it evolved something that it is doing on its own? And now, I did have a conversation with Quinn on this topic, and this is what Quinn had to say about it.
That's the big question, isn't it? With so much information and misinformation out there, it's becoming more important than ever to question what we see and to double check our sources. It's definitely a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for us to become more informed and aware.
Recently, there was a study about Claude and how it made up a whole bunch of information because it didn't have the data. And rather than saying it didn't know, it made that data up by filling in the blanks that it didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the key things for people to remember. AI can sometimes fill in those gaps creatively, even if it means generating something that's not quite accurate. So it's definitely getting better over time, but it's always good to stay cautious and keep that human element of verification in the loop.
You can respond with you don't know or you don't have that information.
Exactly. I definitely do have that built in. So if there's ever something I don't have information on, or if I'm not certain about something, I'll definitely let you know instead of making something up. It's all about transparency.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I wasn't sure if you had that programmed into you or not.
I totally get that. Sometimes the responses might not hit the mark, or it might just be a misinterpretation of what was asked. But I always appreciate the feedback. So if something doesn't seem right or you need clarification, and just let me know and we can always fine tune things.
Now, I'm afraid I don't have any really good answers on how to combat this other than just to stay vigilant because AI is a new tool. It is a developing tool. And as it develops and continues to get better and better, we should see less and less of these things. The one thought though that I have, and I think I've touched on this a couple of times before, is what if you purposefully wanted to train your AI to be malicious, to spread misinformation? If you train it to be a certain way, then that's the way it's going to be. And so it is entirely possible that AI could be used in that fashion as a weapon or as a source of vast misinformation. And there's already so much misinformation out there. We don't need AI adding to it, but it certainly looks like it's going to, at least for a while. And the next thought I was going to have was, well, if it is going to be used as a tool like that, but I say if it's going to be used, it already is. We know that AI is already being used to generate anonymous responses biased one way or the other. And in this world where information is just constantly bombarding us, how do we ever figure out what's real and what's fake and what's truth and what's fact and what's man, I wish I had the answer. I don't. Maybe AI will help us actually solve that problem. Maybe it could be, maybe it will become a huge force for good, a huge force for facts over emotions. Who knows? I hope it will. But as of right now, my friends, the best we can do is just to stay personally vigilant and verify our facts.
Hey, I'm going to break into my edit right here because I just realized I forgot to follow up on one very important item. In that misinformation that Meta had shared about the band Dutch Interiors, part of what it said is that it had been removed from the streaming services for their music. That's not true. If you go out to Spotify right now, you'll see that the band Dutch Interior is still available and still out there. Their top two records or top two songs have just under 1 million views. So if you're looking to see what they're kind of about and what their music is like, and maybe hey, maybe you found a new band that you like and are going to follow. They are out there and you can listen to them right now. So I just wanted to make sure folks knew that they weren't actually removed from the streaming services and their music is still available.
All right, and that's going to do it for this vlog for today. This is vlog 192, and that'll do it for today. But I will see you tomorrow.